Awakening is life.
Christians think that Pongal is a Hindu festival. Cleansing Pongal festival called Bhogi is very much biblical. Pongal celebration is clearly mentioned in chapter 23 verses 10, 16 and 19. Jesus should have surely celebrated all the Pongal festivals.
You are watching Joyful Celebrations serial.
Can anybody be a stranger in their own land? Tamil Christians are strangers in Tamil Nadu. Since they are Christians, they think that they should not celebrate the cultural festival of Pongal. Because Christians think that Pongal is a Hindu festival and it's a hindrance to their faith. But this ideology is based on the ignorance of history and the true meaning of Pongal. Pongal is truly a harvest festival. On this day, the farmers thank nature for the abundant yield. Later, when the religions bloomed, Indran, the rain god, Suryan, the sun god, were inserted because sun and rain are inevitable for the abundant yield of the land. Today, many people like Balvar, the Tamil poet, and saints like Antony and Sebastian have entered into the great festival of Pongal.
To get this series of videos, click the subscribe button and the like button below this video.
Bhogi Pongal is the cleansing festival. Our forefathers cleaned the houses and the granaries in order to store the abundant new produce of the field. They whitewashed the walls, mopped the floors, and cleaned the surroundings. They threw away the old clothes and unwanted things and burned them as bonfire. Before the bright bonfire, they prayed to God to burn away all their evils and bad habits. In a very similar way, the Jews celebrated the feast of unleavened bread, remembering how God broke their bondage of slavery and freed them from the clutches of Pharaoh in Egypt. They recalled the great cleansing of their race from all their evil ways and sins by the strenuous and long journey of 40 years through the hot and wild desert. It is clearly recorded in the 23rd and 34th chapters of the Exodus book in the Bible. So, the cleansing Pongal festival called Bhogi is very much biblical and we have to celebrate it.
This is the Sparkling Soft Skills for Abundant Life channel.
The second day is celebration of the Thai Pongal. The first fruits of the labor are offered to God. The newly harvested paddy was unhusked and cooked in the newly decorated parts in the open space. Our forefathers adored the sun and the rain gods and the whole nature who are responsible for this abundant produce and offered them the Pongal in order to get their blessings. I think by looking at this beautiful festival of Tamils, God the Father commanded Jews to celebrate such a harvest festival in the first month of every year. The Pongal celebration is clearly mentioned in chapter 23 verses 10, 16 and 19 of the book of Exodus. Offering the first fruits of the labor, the first produce and the newly harvested food are engraved in the root books of the Bible called Pentateuch or Torah. So, Christians should obey the commandment of God the Father and celebrate the Pongal festival because this is the divine Pongal. Our forefathers celebrated the Pongal festival for all beings after celebrating the cleansing Pongal on the first day and the divine Pongal on the second day. So-called Matu Pongal was celebrated as the universal Pongal with all the co-workers, cattle, worms, insects, and all living beings around them. Looking at the all-embracing hearts of the Tamils, God wanted His people to celebrate this festival. Verses 11 and 12 of the chapter 23rd of the book of Exodus portrays it beautifully. The Lord said, "You should leave your fields, vineyards, and olive gardens fallow. Let the poor eat whatever grows on its own in your field. Let all animals and the living organism consume the leftovers." Thus God installed the universal Pongal by letting cows, bulls, donkeys, household animals, and all living beings to eat and rest on that day. Jesus, as a true Jew, should have surely celebrated all the Pongal festivals. As the followers of Jesus, we the Christians should celebrate all the Pongal festivals with greater joy and with full gusto.
Thank you for enjoying this video. Share this video with your friends and groups. Don't forget to press the like button and the subscribe button. Register your valuable comments and ideas about this video in the YouTube.